Okay, welcome back guys to ARTFX Studios. This is another video and I'm going to be showing how to create some really interesting pads. Again, just like last time. We worked with Sampler last time and we got some pretty good pads. Some interesting sounds coming from it and definitely good. Quite liking the sounds that we got from that. I want to do the same thing with Kontakt, so I'm going to turn off the sampler track and let's throw Kontakt in here. Kontakt is a little bit more advanced than the Ableton Live sampler, so let's bring Kontakt up. Might take a little while. So there we have Kontakt. I also have this library with the samples that I was using earlier. Let's drag that sample into Kontakt. So we've now put this sample in Kontakt and I can play it. However, we're going to get the exact same problem as we got with Sampler. It's going to play back the sample faster or slower, depending on what key we're playing. So I can open this up, and we do that by clicking the little wrench right here. And now we're getting to see a whole bunch of stuff. Now, it's quite complicated, yes, but if you know what you're doing, it's pretty well. So the first thing I want to look to is the source panel right here, the little darker brownish color panel. And right here we can see source, and source, it's telling me DFD. Now DFD stands for direct from disk. So what it's going to do is it's going to stream all the samples that I put in here directly from the hard drive. So you need a good quality, fast hard drive to be able to do this. This generally works really well for really big amounts of samples, because what it's gonna do, it's only gonna put the start of each single sample in the RAM memory, and everything else is gonna be streamed from the disk. While with Sampler, it's just gonna put everything in your RAM memory. So two different ones. They both act the same, by the way, because it doesn't really matter. Sample is still going to play back faster. Now, there's also a whole bunch of other ones. As you can see, we've got the tone machine, and that's the one I want to look at. Tone machine is a little bit like granular synthesis, actually. It's going to divide the audio sample that I've thrown in here into small little parts that we could call grains. And what that means is now we can actually, if I go back to the sampler or the DFD mode, what is happening is when we play a sample on a low key, it's gonna change the pitch, of course, because we're playing a lower key, but it's also gonna change the length. So if I want to play a higher pitch, it's gonna make the length much shorter. In Tone Machine, the great thing is that we can change both the pitch and the speed independent from each other, and that's really cool. So right from the start, you can hear I can play lower pitches and it will actually keep the same speed. So that's really cool. Now I can bring the speed dial down to, let's say, 40%. It's gonna bring us a little bit more interesting stuff. Let's bring it down a lot. 7%, something like that. That's starting to sound better. Um, we have a whole bunch of other options. We have the smoothing option. I like that smoothing. We also have the formant, which is just going to change. Oh yeah, the formant. It's not going to change the actual pitch, but it does sound lower in pitch. So it's basically just changing the harmonics, the formants in the sound, and that will make it sound less bright or less dark. But it's still the same note. So we need to apply an envelope to this, so I'm going to bring up the attack to about 1.5K and bring the release up quite a lot. And we're getting that release now. I'm going to go into the wave editor. And I'm going to go and change the start position. And that's pretty good. There's a lot more we can do with this. We can create a loop, for instance. Let's make a loop. And let's change the start and end markers of the loop. I can loop this small part, for instance. And let's zoom in a little bit. I've looped that part. Let me zoom out. We're gonna get that little jump. That's mostly because we're working with this loop, and within the tone machine, you don't get the option to crossfade. I don't know why, but when you're using tone machine, you cannot crossfade like you can in sampler. If I put this to the normal sampler mode, we can actually crossfade. So you can hear that now it actually works. We can crossfade these sounds, and that's pretty cool. I like that. So now we're getting some clicky sounds here and there, and I don't know why. Let's see if I can find out why we're getting these clicking sounds. I don't know why. Somehow we're getting clicky sounds. Why is that? Okay, it's when I release a note. try it directly from disk. Still getting a click. Let's see. Change the loop. Okay, that's it. Found it. So we can say a lot, but I really think that that sounds quite good. We could change the start and end positions. And have it snap to 0 crossings if I want as well. It's pretty cool too. I don't know if it's possible to link I don't know. It's always interesting to find out. Let's see. You know, we have all these different sounds in this. I can go into here, make it loop something like that. I quite like the sound of that. Let's try another loop. I, however, think that we need to do this all again. Can't I just replace the sample? Oh yeah. Sample number 2. Let's see. Okay, we're gonna make this one really short. Like really short. It's a crossfade. Pretty short as well. That sounds pretty good as well. Um, we can try the next one. I now know how to do this, I think. um, Here. This one is again pretty long. I want to make that loop a little bit longer. You can see how we can get really weird sounds out of it, and definitely makes for pretty interesting stuff. However, these don't really lend themselves that well for this kind of thing. What I want to do is I'm going to get rid of this entire instrument. Yes, no, I don't want to save it. And I'm going to drag sample number 3. I'm going to drag it in there. I'm going to go to the tone machine, bring the speed down to about 5%, something like that. We're going to get something really, really interesting. I want to make the start position like that. I'm going to go all the way down. I'm going to give it a nice long attack. And I'm going to give it an even bigger release. Starting to sound good. Let's bring that formant down a bit. I might want to bring the speed down even further. Now it definitely starts to sound much more interesting. The great thing about Kontakt is that you get so many different options to add to this. We've got right here underneath the source, you can see we have these bunch of different effects that are pretty interesting. Let's try out something. Let's make a notch. And I'm gonna press the mod knob. I'm gonna use an envelope. And let's go down to that envelope. I'm gonna make it really long. And bring the sustain all the way up. And bring that release up a lot. So I don't want it to be that much, and I want to give it a little bit of a lag. So that it doesn't respond immediately when I press a knob. It actually is going to take a little while. And that really helps to, smooth out your automations and your modulations. I'm not too happy with it yet. Might want to try out a different sample. I can get lost so much inside here. try out a different sample. So you can see how you can really make some interesting stuff with this. The tone machine, I quite like it. Might want to bring that speed up a little bit for this one. So, I might want to add some more stuff to it. Let's add the... Whew, that worked. I want to go down to the insert effects. Let's add some chorus. Quite like the sound of that. I'm also going to add some reverb. If I have one, yeah. So I think it's pretty obvious now what you should do to create really interesting pads. I'm just trying out stuff. That's what I do. Same with this one. You know, and sometimes with these kind of clips, you just want to make a loop. So you're just going to make that loop, drag that to where you want the loop to start, and bring that end marker to somewhere around here. And we don't have crossfading in this now, but doesn't really matter. As long as we cut to the 0 crossing points, it's going to be okay. So we can check it. It is cutting pretty much to 0 crossing points now. And we can make it really short. you can make it really long. Which is obviously going to give it a really weird kind of sound. I like the more shorter versions. But yeah, that's basically what you do. You just throw sample in there and try to create really interesting stuff with it. And that might be quite interesting, might be easy, might be difficult, but I like to just try out stuff. Same with this one. Just throw in that loop. So this is really interesting. I've now took pretty weird clip. This is this long audio file that I used in the last video. Really weird kind of thing. Layer some violins underneath this and you're gonna get a really interesting kind of thing. The same goes for any sample in here. I can just take that sample and try something out with it. Getting a really weird sound with this one. Make it really short. So there you have it. it's pretty easy to create interesting pads if you know how. And this one was a little bit trial and error, I think, but that's mostly how it goes for me when I try and create these sounds. I don't really have a particular particular sound in mind. I don't really have a particular thing to go for. I just know that I want to create a pad sound that sounds interesting, and if I need to do it this way, then that works. Um, I hope you like this. I hope you learned something, or at least learned something about how you could achieve this inside Kontakt, which looks really complicated. I need to say that. That Kontakt itself, just the bare view that you get when you first open it up. I mean, come on. Seriously? But, if you know how it works, it's a really great thing to use. Resampling bass lines in this is great fun, and it will really, really, it will get a lot out of your bass sounds that you didn't knew were capable, that you didn't knew you were capable of getting out of there. That's how I should say it. Yeah, I don't know if I have anything else to say. I think I pretty much explained this what I wanted, and I explained this the way I wanted. The next video in this series is going to be really interesting. I'm going to be using actual granular synthesis on the same samples, I think. Yeah. But I am going to use actual granular synthesis, and we're going to see what we can get out of that. I've got a few plugins that I wanted to show you, and we're going to get into that next week. This week is done for, I've done 2 videos this week. It's not enough, I want to do more videos a week, but I'm so busy in these past 2 days that I've got a lot of work on my hands. And yeah, I'm gonna try to do a lot more videos from the start of next year. I'm gonna start the Tutorial Tuesday on the first week of January, and we're really gonna do a big season with that. I don't know. I'm still trying to get it to do it live, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that in January. Decembers are expensive months, and I don't have the money to buy a sound card before the end of the year, I think. So that means that I cannot do the Tutorial Tuesday as a live stream because I need a new sound card for that. Too bad. Well, I'm going to be doing live streams anyway in the future. Still working on figuring it all out, but when I've done that, I'm going to start and I'm going to keep you guys up to date about it. Yeah, that was it for this video. I hope to see you back next week. Peace. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Before I forget, I released a pack, the ARTFX Neuro Bass Presets Volume 1 for X-For Rec and Serum is out on the ARTFX Studios website. There, I said it. You can now go to the ARTFX Studios website where you can find the product on the products page. You can download it there and you can, use them in your productions. They're completely copyright free. You can just use them, tweak them. You can reverse engineer them. Really great. You can also check the sound demos on the product page, so go there if you want to hear how the actual patches sound. The sound demos are constructed in a way where I've made the first part of the demo is just a patch, and the second part of the demo is that same sound that you just heard, but exported to audio and processed with a sampler. So you get an idea how these patches can be used for resampling as well as opposed to just using them as a normal patch and automating that. So yeah, go to my website www.artfx-studios.com. Go to the product page and there you can find it. Check it out. I would really love to hear what you guys think about it, and I would also love to hear any tracks that you've made with it. Might as well, feature them on my channel if I really like the track. So, yeah, just other than that, that was really it, and I hope to see you back next week. Peace.